everybody. I just spent $3,700 and bought my new Martin OM28 guitar. Now I'm ready to play it at my gigs, which happen to be at an outdoor venue. No, I'm not going to do that. And here are some reasons why. And this is what I'm going to talk about in today's video. Is it really necessary to spend over $3,000 on a guitar for your gigs, which also happen to be at an outside or outdoor venue? We're going to talk about that here today. So as you just saw, I do own a Martin OM28. Now, I didn't pay $3,700. That's the current retail price on a Martin OM28. I want to say, I bought it a few years ago. Gosh, I want to say I paid maybe $1,800, maybe $2,000, something like that for it. This was, I want to say, 3 or 4 years ago, which I'm really glad I did. I know my mission is to spread the awareness that you don't necessarily have to buy an all solid wood guitar over $1,000. You can spend less. However, this was a few years ago that I bought this guitar, and I didn't quite have that mindset yet, and I didn't quite have that kind of belief system going on in my head yet at the time. Now, that being said, I'm glad I made the purchase. I really love this Martin guitar. It has a great sound. I love the feel of it. It's probably my favorite guitar to play at the house just because it plays so easily and it sounds amazing. So why do I not want to play that guitar at my gigs, whether it's outside or inside? Well, before I get to that, I want to share that I also have another guitar, and this is the guitar I actually do use at my gigs, which happen to be at a venue that it's inside under a roof, but it's also exposed to the outdoor elements and the humidity and the temperature fluctuations and whatnot. The guitar that I do use for that is a Breedlove. It's a Breedlove Discovery Concert CESB. And let me grab that real quick. You've probably seen it in some of my other videos, but this is it. Let's see if I can show you. Sometimes the video focuses on my face and won't show the guitar. We'll try it. Here, we'll bring the sound hole up there too if I can. All right. So I bought this guitar, 3 years ago. I want to say it was around the same time that I bought the Martin OM28. The reason I bought this guitar was I wanted to buy a guitar that was under $500, that I wasn't too worried about being exposed, like I said, to the outdoor elements, humidity changes, temperature changes. And I was gigging at the time, and so I wanted a guitar that I wasn't worried about maybe bumping into the microphone or someone spilling a drink on it or what have you. So this guitar fit the bill perfectly. I paid $350 for this guitar, plus another $35 for a used guitar case that the music store happened to have. They gave me a discount on the case, which was awesome. Now, I did buy this guitar used. So brand new, I want to say back in the day, they don't make this model anymore, but when they did, I want to say it retailed for around $500, $550, $600, maybe somewhere around there. But like I said, I bought it used. I got it for about $350, and it does have a solid Sitka spruce top, and the back and sides are laminate mahogany, which if you haven't heard me talk about, real quick also too, here's another reason. Let me see if I can, I don't know, close my eyes so that this can come in focus. Let's see, here we go. Hopefully it worked. But it comes with a Fishman pickup. So that was another thing that I needed for the guitar. I needed it to obviously have electronics, and I needed to have some type of pickup system because I was going to be plugging it into a PA system on a little stage for my venue where I played my gigs. But I wanted a guitar that was under $500, that I wasn't worried about getting maybe a little roughed up or whatever. And so I got this guitar, and honestly, it was the perfect guitar for playing at this venue. When I'd plug it in, it sounded amazing. I don't know what it was about this pickup. I'm pretty sure it's just your standard under the saddle Piezo pickup. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically just a strip that goes under the saddle right here that I don't know all the mechanics and exactly how that works, all the science behind it, but it's a strip, and obviously the strip is connected to a wire which runs to your preamp over here. Some guitars, like my Martin, actually come with both. They'll have some type of piezo under the saddle pickup, and then they'll also have a microphone in there as well. And I think sometimes it's kind of like a modeling microphone, if you will, which that's a whole nother video talking about modeling mics. But basically, I think the basic concept of the guitars that have this type of pickup system in there is you can balance and go between the mic and the piezo pickup. You can go all the way to the mic or all the way to the piezo if you want to, or you can balance between them. And so the Martin has that. Now, the question arises, do you bring your $3,700 acoustic guitar to play at your gigs that are outside? Sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's hot and you're sweating. Or do you bring your $350 used laminate back and side guitar with a solid top to use for your gigs? So this is one of those things that probably is debatable, but for me, it was not a question. Any of my guitars that are over $1,500, $2,000, I'm definitely not bringing those to my gigs. Now, I know other people might feel differently, and we all put different value on our things, and that flows over into your instruments and the music world, as we're all different people, as we all think different and have different mindsets and beliefs on things. That flows over into our guitars. And so for someone, they might not think twice about bringing their $3,700 Martin OM28 to play at a gig. Now, all that being said, for me, this is the one I wanted to play. I wasn't worried because it was $350. If I got some dents or scratches, wasn't a big deal. And it sounded great when plugged into the PA system, which is a huge win. Not only that, but just the body shape and size, it felt very comfortable, and the nut width was the 1 11/16 nut width, so it was a little smaller. Low action, just a nice action on this guitar, so it's very easy, great to gig with, all of those things. Now, that being said, there's also something to say on the opposite side of the coin about having a guitar such as the Martin OM28 that feels and resonates in a way when it's on your body, when you're playing it, when you're feeling it, when you're playing fingerstyle or using the pick and you're flat picking on it. There's something to say about the overall feel and playability of the guitar. And that can translate, believe it or not, into you as a player, as a performer, as an artist. And that translates into the overall vibe and output of the song that you're playing. So another way of saying this is you're playing a guitar that feels really good. It has such good playability. The action is nice. The woods, it's all solid wood, and it vibrates just so good. And you play it in the studio, you played it at home because it sounds so amazing, but not only that, it feels great to play. It's very easy to play. So you might want to use that philosophy in your gigs. So you might not care about having a cheaper guitar that has laminate back and sides. You might want to use a guitar that just plays amazing. Now, I won't lie. In comparison from my Martin to the Breedlove, the Martin plays way better. It feels better when I'm playing fingerstyle or picking on it. It just is so easy to play, and it sounds and feels amazing. It almost penetrates to your soul. It's hard to explain, but you just feel it, and it alters your demeanor. It alters your vibe, if you will. It does something to you. It's hard to explain. So there's something to say about taking that and putting it into your philosophy or your mindset on what guitar or which type of guitar to use for your gigs. So I'm curious, what do you guys think about this subject? Are you more inclined to take a higher end guitar that's maybe $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 to your gigs, whether it's outside or inside, and play that just because you love the way it feels and sounds, and you're not too concerned about getting it scratched or messed up or affected by the humidity or temperature? Or are you more like me and you're not going to even bring that out of the house? You're going to keep it in its case and keep the room humidified properly, and you're going to take your cheaper under $500 guitar to the gig. Now, another thing I want to talk about for this is just the concept of, does it really matter when both guitars are plugged in, as far as what the audience or what the people listening hear out of the speaker of the PA system? Does it really matter if you're playing the $350 Breedlove versus the $3,700 Martin when they're both plugged in? They both have similar settings on the PA system and on the preamp on your guitar. Does it really matter? Does it make a difference whether you're playing one or the other? So that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother video. It's a whole nother deep dive. But only thing I will say is maybe there's some differences when it comes down to the type of preamp, the type of pickup that you have in your guitar. Like I said, if you have maybe a modeling mic in there where you can balance some of that in there and you can get a different tonal qualities and you can get a different sound. I think there's some differences to be said. But when you factor in everything, the weather, the humidity, the temperature, the venue, like if you're close to people playing, if they're drinking, all the things that we've discussed, when you factor all that in, which guitar do you decide to go with? Which direction do you go with? For me, it's the cheaper Breedlove. It's not the close to $4,000 guitar. Anyways, enough about this. Please let me know what you guys think about this. If you prefer the higher end guitar for your gigs or performances or shows, or if you're more into plugging into the PA system so it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. So I'm just going to take my under $500 laminate guitar and use that. Let me know what you guys think. And if you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I love making videos about guitars, acoustic guitars mainly, as well as saxophone in the jazz world. So thank you guys again for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video.